KTRS Radio and KPLR 11.2.
Wow, Millhaven, what are you talking about? I have seen this statue, and to me, this is such an atrocity that you would... I've seen this a million times with my kids, and you say it like it's all fact, like by all accounts, it's giving him fellatio, maybe from one particular angle, but I have seen this with my children, and it's never even crossed my mind. It looks like a monkey getting ready to jump up in a man's arms. How could you possibly say this is credible news and spin this that way?
No. Hold on a second. In one angle, it might look like the monkey is about to jump in the man's arms. In every other angle, it looks like the monkey is doing something inappropriate to the man in public.
If you're perverted, maybe.
Oh, no, look, I'm not being perverted. Do you think maybe they could have come up with a better way to commemorate the man's love of animals?
Okay, let's go there. I think that's fine, but to take it down and insist that by all accounts it's a monkey giving a man fellatio, I'm sure that was based on a picture taken of a monkey getting ready to jump into his arms.
How about the description on the plaque? The plaque states that Vierheller unselfishly gave of himself. I mean, you don't see any...
Wow, you are spinning this in just a completely perverted direction. And
really?
I think
right.
it's... Yeah, I think so.
All right, you're allowed to have your opinion. That art is fine for you. To me, it looks like the monkey is giving the man a pleasure.
Wow, there's bigger things in this city and certainly this country to talk about.
Well, okay, well then maybe. So would you rather have the Confederate monument taken down first, or neither, or both?
I'm not familiar with the Confederate monument, but yeah, probably the Confederate monument,
right,
and leave the monkey man alone.
That's why art is what it is, and we can agree to disagree.
Understood. All right,
Sean, thanks for the phone call.
Right.
Who else we got? Who else is out there?
Dennis in Wentzville is next up.
Dennis in Wentzville, you're on the Big 550 KTRS.
Yeah, hi, McGraw. I think Lacey Clay needs to spend his time better worrying about his poverty-stricken constituents and their economic despair. Pretty soon he's going to want the American flag down and everything else that he perceives to be racist. I'm fed up with it, and I'll bet the majority of the people in this metro area and this country are fed up with it. Regarding the statue in the zoo, I think it's kind of humorous and sad at the same time. You know, I kind of agree with you and I kind of disagree with you.
Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, I raced in the house to get it, to see it. Oh, yeah, I was listening on the radio, and I raced into the garage, and I ran in there to turn this thing on. I said, I got to see this thing.
I mean, look, I understand two people can look at something and disagree or have a difference of opinion, but I mean, come on. Everyone's
funny.
It's unbelievable that's a statue at a children's zoo, and people are complaining about a Confederate monument.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. And it like Dennis Miller says when he's on O'Reilly, this world has been flipped upside on its head, and I am fed up with this political correctness insanity. Lacey Clay needs to get off his duff and earn his keep. That's all I'm going to say.
You got it. Thanks for the phone call. I know we got another phone call in there. Is it John?
Let's go to Joe on a cell phone.
Let's go to Joe on a cell phone. Joe, I'm sorry. Joe on a cell phone. You're on KTRS Radio.
Oh, hey, your facts are pretty well on that, but, he did drive around in a convertible with the monkeys in that, but he was known for feeding the animals. That monkey's all he's doing is reaching for 2 walnuts and a banana.
Joe, that's unacceptable. I cannot believe you would say something like that on a family radio station. You think I'm joking. And I know the third rail is going after public art that has been accepted art for 50 years, right? 1962. It's been 50-something years. This statue has been erected at the St. Louis Zoo. So I understand that there are people who love the zoo, and you're not allowed to say anything bad about the zoo. And the one phone call, Sean, was offended that I would spin this the way I'm not spinning anything. On the break, they were given a tour, and there were 7 men who walked into here, who heard the rant, walked in, and they're like, what are you talking about? I said, look at this photo. And all 7 men we're like, oh my goodness, what is going on there? One guy was so embarrassed he turned red and turned around and walked out. So I mean, there's no. I'm not making this up. I'm not looking to cause controversy. I'm not looking to anything other than to expose public art. I love public art. I love all weird public art. I think public art is great in lots of different ways. And if you're offended by the Confederate memorial in Forest Park that depicts a man, a woman, and his children, and you're not offended by a piece of public art in which a monkey, in all intents and purposes, has his face in the man's crotch, then there's no sense having a conversation. 314-969-KTRS, 1-888-550-KTRS, or star KTRS. We can agree, ladies and gentlemen, that if you've got any heating and cooling problems, Gelmison's